Welcome to Math 20 video lecture series. In this video, we're going to talk about the exponential and logarithmic functions. And ito yung goal natin for this video. So, at the end of this lecture, a student will be able to demonstrate the properties of real exponents, solve equations involving expressions with real exponents, illustrate the relation between a logarithm and an expression involving exponents, and recognize a logarithmic function and its properties. So, itong first half ng video ay devoted for the exponential function. So, before we begin with the exponential function, let us enumerate some properties of real exponents. So suppose you have a, b, x, and y, which are real numbers, and these a, b's are positive. So, yung iba dito, intuitive naman, or siguro na-encounter nyo na, uh, if you raise a positive number to a real number, it's a unique number. A raised to 0 is equal to 1. A positive number raised to 0 is 1. And if a is 1, then 1 raised to a real number is 1. And a raised to negative x is equal to 1 over a raised to x. And we have the loss of real exponents. If you're multiplying a raised to x and a raised to y, so same base na a, just copy the base, add the exponent. And we have this quotient rule, a to the x divided by a to the y is equal to, copy the base raised to, exponent of the numerator minus exponent of the denominator. And we have here power of a product. So, pwedeng parang binibigay mo lang siya. So, quantity a b raised to x is equal to a to the x, b to the x. At ganun din kapag quotient. A over b, quantity raised to x is equal to a raised to x divided by b raised to x. And we have here the power to a power, a raised to x raised to y is equal to a raised to x times y. So, we are now ready to define the exponential function. So, for the exponential function with base b, our base will always be greater than 0, meaning b is positive, and not equal to 1. So, the exponential function with base b is defined by f of x equal to b raised to x. So, yung pinapalitan mo yung exponent. And this function is defined for every x na real number. So, kahit anong real number, pwede mong ipasok doon. At dapat yung base mo greater than 0, not equal to 1. Here are some examples. F of x equal to 2 raised to x because 2 is greater than 0, not equal to 1. F of x equal to 1 half raised to x. Your base is 1 half and 1 half is greater than 0, not equal to 1. Pi raised to x, that is another example of an exponential function because pi is greater than 0, not equal to 1. For number 4, g of x equal to x squared, that is not an exponential function because it is a polynomial function. In particular, it is a quadratic function because it is a polynomial of degree 2. And h of x equal to x minus 3 raised to 1/3, that is also not an exponential function because it is a radical function. Cube root ng x minus 3, right? And we have here another example, a very important, hindi naman actually important siya because may encounter nyo siya especially in Math 21. So if your base is e, and we call e the natural number, it is an irrational number, irrational real number whose value is 2.71821828 something something. It is irrational. So this decimal is non-repeating, non-terminating. Okay, if your base is e, the natural number, we call e raised to x the natural exponential function. So, pwede nyo isipin na si e, kapamilya lang siya ni pi na irrational, then 3.1 for something something, non-repeating, non-terminating. So, kapatid yan ni pi na irrational din. So, e yung gamit natin na notation sa kanya. E to the x, natural exponential function. And let us list down some properties of this exponential function. Okay, so sinulat ko lang ulit ito. Sinulat, kinopya. And we say that this b raised to x is defined for every real number x. So meaning, the domain or the set of all permissible values of x is the set of real numbers. Walang bawal. Okay? Walang bawal ipasok na x dyan. Lahat ng x pwede ilagay basta real number. And the range is 0 to infinity or the set of positive real numbers. Meaning, this b raised to x is always positive. Lahat ng ilalabas nito. B raised to x is always positive. Kahit anong x yung ilagay mo. As long as your base is greater than 0, not equal to 1. So, take note of that. The base must be greater than 0 or not equal to 1. And yung base natin, you have two cases, diba? So, kung i-drawing ko sa number line, let's say, yung base mo is greater than 0, not equal to 1. So, pwedeng nandito or nandito. So, for case 1, yung base mo is greater than 0, but less than 1. And yung other case, yung base mo is greater than 1. So, punta muna tayo dun sa first case. If your base mo is between 0 to 1, then your function y equal to b raised to x or f of x equal to b raised to x is a decreasing function. At pag ginraph mo siya, the graph will look like something like this. Pababa siya, decreasing. And dadaan siya lagi sa 0, 1. Bakit dadaan sa 0, 1 yung graph ni b raised to x? Because if x is 0, y is b raised to 0, which is 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. So dadaan siya doon and then decreasing. And if b is greater than 1, your function is increasing. So, ganun pa rin, dadaan sa 0, 1. Something like that yung itsura. So, something pa-curve siya pataas. Hindi siya tatama sa x-axis. Lalapit lang siya pero hindi didikit. Okay? Kasi positive lagi ang exponential function. And, to be more mathematically precise, what do we mean by decreasing and increasing? So, kunyari, you have two x's in your domain. Let's say x1. Let's say that is x1 and this is x2. So x2 is greater than x1 as you can see in the figure, or x1 is less than x2. And what happens to their images pag pinasok mo sa function mo? This is b raised to x1 because your function is b raised to x. While this one, yung pangalawa naman, dito tayo, this is b raised to x2. And as you can see, mas malaki si b raised to x1 kaysa kay b raised to x2. So then, b raised to x1 is greater than b raised to x2. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng y equal to b raised to x is decreasing. So, if you get two numbers, x1 less than x2, pag kinuha mo yung images ng x1 and x2, mag-flip yung sign. And then for the increasing part, we will do the same. Let's say we have two numbers, x1 and x2 on your domain, such that x1 is less than x2, then, ano kaya mangyayari dun sa b raised to x1 and b raised to x2? So, this is b raised to x1. In-apply natin yung x1 dun sa function. And b raised to x2, somewhere andito. Adjust ko na lang ha, kasi I need space. Let's say this is your x2. So this is b raised to x2. And as you can see, larger si b raised to x2. So ang ibig sabihin ng y equal to b raised to x is increasing ay if you get two numbers, real numbers, x1 less than x2, kapag in-apply mo yung b sa kanilang dalawa, you retain the inequality sign. So, yan yung observations natin. And yung last property na lagi natin gagamitin about this exponential function, the exponential function is 1-to-1. So, balikan natin yung graph niya. What do we mean by 1-to-1? Ibig sabihin yung bawat y, meron siyang kapartner na isang x lang at yung isang x may kapartner na isang y. So, yun yung 1-to-1 function. Or, pwede nating i-apply yung horizontal line test. So, a function is 1-to-1 if a horizontal line intersects the graph of the function at exactly 1 point. Okay, or any horizontal line intersects the graph of the function at exactly 1 point. So, dito, kahit anong horizontal line intersects the graph at exactly 1 point, dito naman, ganun din. So, it is 1-to-1. So, more mathematically, so, the exponential function is 1-to-1. Ibig sabihin nun, if f of x1 is equal to f of x2, then x1 is x2. Or equivalently, our f is b raised to x. So, f of x1 is b raised to x1 and f of x2 is b raised to x2. So, if b raised to x1 is equal to b raised to x2, then x1 is equal to x2. So, intuitively, itong property na to, pwede nyo isipin as if you have an equality at sa magkabilang side ng equality, same yung base and yung base mo is greater than 0, not equal to 1, you can just cancel the base or equate the exponent. So, as we can see in this example, so let us solve for x in this equation. As you can see, equal, and they have the same base. The base is 5, which is greater than 0, not equal to 1. By this property, just equate the exponent. So, we have 3x is equal to 7x minus 2. And then we can easily solve this one. So, 7x minus 3x is equal to 2, or 4x is 2. Divide both sides by 4, or x is equal to 1/2. And lagi natin itong gagamitin to solve equations with exponential functions or exponential equations. Kung ano man ang tawag natin doon. Okay, so let us solve for t in this one. As you can see, pareha na agad ng base. And the base is greater than 0, not equal to 1. So you can just equate the exponent. So we get t squared is equal to 6 minus t, or t squared plus t minus 6 is 0. This is a quadratic equation. Tama ba ang factoring natin? Negative 6 t squared. And then equate each factor to 0. So t is 2, or t is negative 3. So the solution set, and you can actually check your answers by plugging in this 2 to the equation. In another example, let us solve for x. In this example, kaso lang, the bases are not the same. So, we will force the bases to be the same para magamit natin yung special property. Okay? So, this 4, you can express it as 2 squared equal to, itong right side, this is the same as 8 raised to negative ng exponent. Correct? And for this one, meron kang power to a power. So, sabi nung property natin ng exponent, copy the base and then multiply the exponent sa power to a power. And 8 is 2 cube. 2 cube raised to negative x minus 2. But what is negative x minus 2? That is 2 minus x. At ito, power to a power na naman. So you can write this one as 2 raised to 3 times 2 minus x. At kung titignan ninyo, the base is 2. You have an equality. And 2 is greater than 0, not equal to 1. So the exponential function with base 2 is 1 to 1. So pwede mong i-equate na lang yung exponent. Equal to 3 times 2 minus x. At isa na lang yung linear equation. Let us do this. Let us distribute. We get 10 minus 18x equal to 6 minus 3x. Lipat natin lahat ng may x sa right, lahat ng constant sa kaliwa. So 18x minus 3x. So we get 4 equal to 15x. So x is equal to 4 over 15. I-check nga natin ang ating mga arithmetic dahil madalas ako nagkakamali sa arithmetic. So 2 square, correct. 5 minus 9x. 8 raised to negative x minus 2. So this is correct. Power to a power, correct. 8 is 2 cube, correct. This is 2 minus x, correct. So this is 2 cube raised to 2 minus x. Power to a power ulit. And then equate each exponent. Distribute. 10 minus 18x, 6 minus 3x, correct. Lipat sa kabila, positive 18. Hindi na pala lipat to. Ito lipat, minus 6, so 4. Okay, so the answer is x equal to 4 over 15. So last example for the exponential function. So ito, medyo kakaiba siya. Hindi siya parang ganito, no? Parang na-direkta mong gagawing base, na gagawin mong pareha agad yung base. Although, this 9 raised to x and 3 raised to x, parang related sila sa isa't isa, or yung 9 at 3. Makikita nyo later na na-encounter na natin tong equation na to. Looks family. Okay, si 9, sulat muna natin as 3 square. At diba power to a power, ang 3 square raised to x is equal to 3 raised to 2x. But 3 raised to 2x is the same as 3 raised to x raised to 2. Power to a power. Pag ginamit mo yung power to a power dito, you will get this one. So, hindi pa ba fishy ito? Ayan. So, kung hindi nyo makita, i-let y, yung mga umuulit-ulit. Meron na tayong y squared plus 2y minus 3 is 0. Hala, quadratic form lang pala siya. Equation quadratic form. Ay, masasolve na natin to. So, factor. Feeling ko 3 tsaka 1 yan. Positive 3 minus 1. And y equal to negative 3 or y equal to 1. So, solve nyo lang yan individually. So, dito you will get 3 raised to x equal to negative 3. Hindi ba suspicious to? Fishy yan. Bakit siya fishy? 3 raised to x is an exponential function. What is the range of an exponential function? The set of positive real numbers. So, dapat itong 3 raised to x is positive. So, ibig sabihin, walang x na tutugma dyan. Okay, so this has no solution. Itong part na ito. No x will satisfy this one. No real x. How about this? 3 raised to x equal to 1. Hala, paano gagawing same base yan? Si 1. Sabi natin that 1 is 3 raised to 0. Kung pipilitin mo na base 3 siya. And then, sabi natin, same base, equate the exponent. So, x is 0. So, the solution set is this one. So, malinaw ba yan? So, let us check our answers by plugging in x equal to 0. So, if x is equal to 0, anong lalabas? 9 raised to 0 plus twice ng 3 raised to 0 minus 3. 0 nga ba ilalabas dyan? Okay, let us check. This is 1. This is 1. So, this term is 2. You will get 0. So, check. Tama nga siya. So, yung next topic natin ay logarithmic functions naman. Nahuhugutin lang din natin sa exponential functions.